Yes. Hopefully. There we go. Yay. All right. I'm going to share the screen just so that you can see what I'm talking about. Got that one, I think. Maybe not. Okay. Can everyone see the Trello board? Just go up if you can see the Trello board. No. Wait a minute. I'm just going to unmute. Okay. So can anybody see the Trello board? Yes or no? No. Okay. I will try again. Give me 2 seconds to share it. Okay. Now? Yep. Perfect. Oops. Alrighty. So very first step, and hopefully I can minimize. Yay, I can minimize that. All right. So this is the new Trello board layout that we have that I've created for you guys. As you can see, it is a little bit different from the previous way that I laid it out. I've tried to make it so that you all can get around it not only easier, but you've got less work to do. So I am really hoping that that's how that's how it will work. So the very first thing you'll need to do now, you'll get access to the Trello board after this meeting. I will be sending an email and it'll have an invite in there. You'll be able to create your account. If you've already got an account, you can just log in with the email and the password that you used previously. So once you get in here, the very first thing you'll need to do is to be able to get notifications from the board is to watch the board. So over here on the top right-hand side, you've got a little button that's got 3 dots on it. When you click on that, it's going to bring up a menu and you've got a little more button here underneath stickers. If you click on the more button and click the watch button, it'll come up saying watching up there. The reason that you need to do that is so that you can actually get notified. If you don't have that on, you're not going to get any notifications. They might, right? I'm going to try and, oh, here we go. Sorry, guys, I'm just trying to unmute you and I cannot unmute now. So I don't know how to do that.
Can you hear me, Nicole?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah. When you're describing that, we can't see it because all our images are there.
Oh, okay.
Move that across for a minute.
Bring you. Oh, is that better if I bring you down here?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just unmute you all. That's probably easier than that way. You can tell me if you can see it or can't see it. Okay, so I will go back up. So it's actually the 3 little dot button. They've moved it, so it's over on the right-hand side here. So if you just click on the more, it'll bring up, it'll bring up the menu. Then you click on the more button and then you click on watch, which I've already done. So if I unwatch that, it disappears from here. If you click on watch, it'll bring it up there. That'll give you notifications. Basically, if somebody sends you a message or if I send you a message or tag you in the Trello board. So everyone could see that?
Yep.
Yep. Perfect. Okay, so the second step is we've got start here on the board. So this is how you use the board. I have literally listed everything in here, which is also in the OMG training manual that I sent through as well. So you've got it in both spots. I just thought it was easier also to have it here because this will be your go-to. But I was also am aware that you may not be using this every day. So you'll probably, you might forget something, so at least you've got this to refer to. How I've set this Trello board up this time is you are not creating cards. I'm only creating cards. You're responding to a card for me. So how I've actually done that is if you want to submit a new property listing, you've now got 2 choices on this. We've done this to try and cut down a little bit of your work. You have one where I've set up, which is a client new property listing form. So if I click on that, it sends you to a link. Now, each of these links are actually, as you can see, it's got Chris. So each of these links are for you, are actually created especially for you. So these are your boards up here. So if we look at your board, Damien, you've got create new property listing, which is from the client. This is your link here that you can send to the client, get them to complete it and send it back to you, which takes out a step of this one here, which is you actually getting all the information from the client, then coming in here, clicking on this link, filling it all out, adding the images, and then it gets submitted to me. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but I mean, the client's info mightn't be, it will probably need some editing. Do you do that or do we do that?
You do that. So the reason that I say this is going to come back to you. So if I click on Chris's link here, click on it. Okay, just let me know if you can still see this.
Hi, yep.
Yep. Okay. So in here, we pretty much have a red little asterisk against everything, so they can't get past stuff. And Chris has sort of given me quite strict guidelines on what to actually put in this, so the client has to fill it out. Now, you may still have to get information from them, but I'm hoping that this might help a little bit with.
We want the client to be responsible for giving us the right information before we go live. And how many times do we list something and then we've got to chase the dickhead client because they've half-assed done it? If we actually try and stick to this path and get the client to complete that properly and then submit it, 90% of what you need from the client, apart from the financials, etc., in relation to the marketing component, is all done in one go, bang.
Yeah.
And we're really chasing high-end visuals, which are JPEG photos, and also videos at the moment are very big.
The other thing I did suggest to Chris the other day was that you can also, maybe if you know that a client actually struggles with anything online, you can maybe open this up, sit on the phone or wherever you are and actually fill it in while they're telling you the information. It's just so that it can hopefully cut down a little bit, like Chris said, a bit of, legwork that you have to do or typing, and get as much information from the client as possible. So that's basically the other way is like you submit it, Damien, which is this one, the original one, where if I open this one up, this is where you've gotten all the information from the client. You are then completing this for me. Then when you hit the submit on this one, this actually directly comes to me. So the difference between the two is the one that you send to the client, that link, that will go back to you. Then you check out all the information. And then all you need to do is forward that email on to me. If you go, yep, cool, everything's perfect, got all the info, you just forward that on to me. So you're literally getting it, forwarding it.
So how do we send it directly to the client from that other tab?
If you go away, wait a second, I'll go back over here.
Is there a facility for that?
Yep. So if you click on it, and if you just highlight the actual link, you can either copy it over into a new browser, just copy that actual link and send it to them.
Okay, cool.
That's all you need to do.
No
and
worries.
that way you can just let them know that they just need to complete this form so that they can get their listing up and live and happening. That all makes sense?
Yep.
I'm here. If you get stuck with anything, I'm here to go through it with you again. So the next one that I've done here is if you have an existing property listing, so it's already live on the OMG website, I've got a form for that as well. Now, the reason that I'm doing this is I've got quite a lot of projects on with my website and my graphic design. So I kind of need it all in one spot for me, basically. So if I just click on this one, this is if you've got, it's already listed. So not a brand new one where I'm going to put it on the card and then you're going to give me if anything needs to be changed on that for it to go live. This is actually one that's already live. It has all the information if it's a change of the property name, a change of the price, a change of SAV, you name it. I've put it on there, and you guys can at least, if you've got new images, this is the way that you will now go forward and upload them. Also, if it's got a change of the investment highlights, you just need to list all the highlights in here, any of the changes, and that will get submitted to me. I will then change the actual existing listing and will let you know via the Trello board when it's been changed. and you'll get the new PDF. You'll then approve that, and then the changes can happen on the website.
That's good.
Pretty
Because we need to update some of those older flyers.
Yep.
They look terrible.
I'm slowly getting there.
Oh no, not your fault. Not your fault.
The very last one is the listing to be removed. So it's also exactly the same. So pretty much what I'm trying to do is make it so that you just literally left-hand side here, you are just literally clicking on whichever one you need, or if you want to send it to the client, and you fill it in, submit it, and it comes through to me. So this one's a nice short one for you. And it's just the property name, and you just requesting for it to be removed. That way I can actually put these in so that I can get them done. At the moment, I get so many emails that a lot of emails are getting lost. So it just keeps it not all nice, neat and tidy. If you forget anything, I've also written the instructions. So the instructions are all in these cards as well. So when I refer to it, your board, and I've put board next to it, this is a card. So when you open it up, it's a card within your board, if that makes sense when I say that. So when I said before that when you are submitting a new property listing, that you need to do it via either one of these forms, you will not be creating a card for that. What will happen is I receive that via email. I will then create the PDF for you as per usual. Once I've actually created the PDF, I will create the card within underneath your board. So if you scroll over here, Lee, yours is here. And of course, it's got the boutique bakery there. I've already put some, and I've started in here already. I will create the actual card for you. It will have all the approved information. I've done this so that you guys can copy and paste from here over onto your third-party websites. I've tried to keep it all in one spot, not where you've got to try and get it off of the actual submission form that you've sent through. So it'll have everything there, and it will only have the information once it's been approved. Then what I will do after that is actually attach the images in here as well. So you'll have the images. They are all resized for the website along with the PDF. So the very first thing that will happen once I've actually created the PDF for the new listing, if I go just to off tap tappers, I will then attach the PDF onto here. I will then tag you in a comment. So it'll be at, and it'll be, say, I don't know if you're in here yet, Chris. Yep, he's in here. And then I'll just say PDF ready to be, ready to be approved. Once I send the save button, that's going to notify you guys as per last time. If you've got any changes to that actual listing and you need changes done, you will then reply back to me. You can either hit the edit button, or you can click on the write a comment here and just put in there at Nicole. It'll bring it up, click on my name and just start typing in there, or you can say good to go, which means that it's good to go live on the website. Once I get that approval back from you, that's the only time that it will go live on the website. I do that just in case there's something that you guys need to change in that. I don't want to put it on the website unless I've got the approval from you guys. If that makes, if that makes sense to you, I just need that approval. It just makes it easier. Once I've got that approval, I will then get it live on the website. I will let you know via the comments. You will then get the images and the description up here. And then I will let you know that everything's in there, and then you can get it out on all your third-party websites. Is that all making sense so far?
That's good.
Yeah, that's excellent.
So yeah, I've just tried to cut it down as much as possible for what you guys are doing. Now, I've just worked out something. I'm going to do a zip file. Are you guys all okay for opening zip files?
Yep.
I'm not sure.
Okay, so what I'll do is I'm going to click on this just to show you what happens. If you've got a Mac, if you click on it, it goes straight up. Can you still see that where it went? So it goes up into the little download button, and you've got the website images. So you can actually just, if you right click on it and go show in Finder, and then you can drag that out onto your desktop. And then you've got the images ready. Otherwise,
You get that, Damo?
I'm making a note of it. I might need.
it's all right. You can.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I'm not good with the zip either. Can you? So with the zip,
So it's the other way, Chris, which was where you have to go in, open up each and every one of these, and then you've got to save them onto your desktop in a folder.
And if we want to just pinch those photos straight onto like commercial real estate side, is that easy, or we still got to save them?
You've still got to save them. We tried that the other day, and it doesn't work from the Trello board.
Okay.
So that's why I sort of thought a zip folder, because then it'll just save the folder in one. You can put it on your desktop, and then you can put them in that way.
Yeah. Okay.
Whichever. I'll do both. If you're finding that it's easier just to download them one by one, I just thought it is quite time consuming to download them, because you've literally got to go right click on it and save the image and then save it to your desktop. You could try copying, but I do think that those third-party websites do need them uploaded, not copied.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah.
So just a quick one, Nicole. Do you do the third-party websites?
No, you're supposed to do it yourself.
Are we getting to that, are we?
When Chris gets really stuck, I do them, but no. And
Okay.
if-
I'm even doing them myself.
I know. I'm going.
I
I'm doing CRE and
Yeah, I'm doing it myself. I'm so proud.
I don't even know which ones we got now. Well, we got
Yeah,
some.
we've got commercial real estate, which is CRE. You've got any business.
Yeah.
You've got business for sale, which has been quite popular, and you've got a com properties. So you've got 4 third-party websites that you should be on.
And if you get stuck, if you
And all
guys come over to key access,
All
and
the passwords are here. Look.
them there as well. And it's also in the training manual that I sent you as well. So you've
Yeah.
got in both areas. I think, however, with the any business, I think you've got to get your own login details.
Well, same with the CRE. So yeah, we
Yeah,
need
so
to
that one and that one, I should take yours out of there, Chris.
There's also a management rights one we should be on,
Yeah, yeah, we're
Well,
working
I'm
on that.
right.
because there's one that I've been looking on, management rights, and all these different management rights are on there for sale and stuff. And we're
Yeah, it's
nowhere.
called on-site manager. Shane's talking to him now again, but it's not fucking cheap. But anyway,
Yeah.
Just
because-
let me know and I can add them, and I'll add them to the manual.
yeah, Shane was talking to him last week. On-site manager.
Yeah,
Okay.
cool. Yeah.
Is it on site, Lee, the one you're talking about?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
one. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's with all the management rights on the Gold Coast all over. So yeah.
Cool.
So
What
you-
else, Nicole?
Okay, so the other thing is, so that you can keep everything internally in the Trello board, I've created 2 styles of team chat for you, or messaging. This is exactly like text messaging, it's just within here. This one is probably more for you to tag more than one person in here. And I've done one that's actually on each of your boards. So just say you want to message Chris, you just click on his message chat card, go down here to where it says write a comment, just tag him, because it's easier, he'll get the message, so it'll be Chris, and then you can start typing whatever you want in there to send him a message. Do note that this is public to everyone, so if you want something that's a little bit more private, I would text outside of this, but I just thought that this makes it easier, also a little bit neater, that you can keep it in one spot if you are messaging one another. Yes. Chris?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah?
Are we having last time we had the social media thing there too? Will we have that in there?
Yeah,
Maybe,
social
yeah.
media down there. We'll go through that with
Yep. That's good.
yeah, we'll set that up. I'm trying to do this so that she's got all the info, and then you can let her know via her card
Yeah.
here what you want posted for the week.
Yeah, that's good.
I think that might make it a little bit easier. The other thing that I've got on here is the OMG Google Drive folders. So you've got everything here as well. The OMG property booklet will be added in here, so you will have it as well, but you've also got backup. If you want to find another promo PDF, you'll just simply click on the link that's underneath each one of them. I've tried to make it as simplified as possible. And then it will open that up into the Google Drive folder. There's all your property PDFs. So you'll be able to find one in there. And the same with the OMG booklet and also the current listing. So I don't know how much you guys use the current listing. That might be more for Chris, but it's there if you need it as well.
That's good. What this might sound stupid, but you know how we've got so many photos and images for all these different listings. Are we sort of trying to keep those photos on the in the Google Drive, or what are we doing with that sort of process? We'll
Look,
just leave them there on Trello.
Yeah, I keep all of them, and that's why I've put them in here, because your Google will fill up really, really fast putting them all on there. So putting
Yeah.
it in here,
We'll put them on Trello.
yeah, so I'll put them all in here. As I said, you're not adding cards. I will add a
Yeah.
card in here, and then I will do it. So just say that you know how I said before, you've got your existing property listing and you've made changes to it. If it's not on here, then I will create a card. I will then let you know that that listing has been changed and the new PDF will be added to the card, which is actually what I've done with this one, with the Heritage Resort. Shane actually asked for updates to happen. So I just wanted this as an example. I will then tag you, just letting you know it's been updated, and there's the updated PDF. So it will all be still on a card in here. The same with when it's been removed. If you've asked for requested for a listing to be removed, if it's not an existing card in here, I'll just message you via your team chat, by your messaging chat board, and let you know that listing has been removed. That way, hopefully it will keep it all neat and stuff that you guys can refer back to on your individual boards. Because it looks fairly simple to get around and use.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just a bigger version of what we're using before, but when we were using it before, it was much better. So I think it'll be, faster, more streamlined, more organised,
Yeah, I've just
easy to understand.
I've just tried to take it that extra bit of work out for you guys, having to create a card and then do things. It's just
Thanks, Nicole.
That's okay. We do it all by listings. Hopefully that will help. But as I said, if you do get stuck with anything, just let me know. You can send me a message in here from your actual message chat card, or you can send me an email. When it comes to anything that's requesting, of course, it's here, and going from today forward, it will only be via these listings that anything will be actually done.
Excellent. Any questions, guys?
Excellent. It's really good.
Yeah, so effectively the other thing we're doing is we're organising to do this, firstly with commercial real estate, we've got a new rep there. So we're organising to do another sort of training session like this for CRE. CRE is probably, I think, is probably the best driver of business for general business listings. So make sure you do that. And then the other thing we need to do is, none of us are really using the CRM again, or have never started to use it. So again, there's more
Yeah,
time.
we need a training on that. I need a training.
Yeah, so we're going to do that in the next few weeks.
Cool.
If you're all good boys, obviously, then we might have a drink. But I'm sort of abstaining for a few weeks at the moment.
Easy. All good.
The other thing I just wanted to mention before you all go, because I know you're really busy, on the property listing form, the new property listing form, you'll notice when it opens. Just wanted to quickly explain. Down here where it's got the vendor's full name and vendor's contact number and email address, this is internal only. If I can get that information, what I can actually do is set them up as a contact on the CRM for you guys. So it takes another step.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
great.
good.
So if you get that, I do that, it will then show up in there. Then you can message, email them via the CRM. And all the details are in there. It also gives an overview of the listings and the properties and everything for Chris as well. So yeah, it sort of helps both.
Yeah, easy.
Yep. So that's
good.
going to go public. And I think that's it. Sorry, Pete, you're a bit late, but I am recording this for you, so you'll be able to watch that.
Perfect.
All right, thanks very much, Nicole. Any other questions, guys?
No, all good.
No,
So
Chris, while I got you think that night court will be all right for Russell?
who's Russell?
You know, yes.
Oh, fuck no. Mate, Russell's far too smart for the night quarter. Fuck no. No, he's super sharp, mate. He's
Okay.
got businesses everywhere, and it's old money, and they don't do anything without big mud, no.
Yeah, right here.
That's a
Okay.
negative.
How's
No,
that-
Tread
how's that-
carefully with Russell.
how's
I
the
am.
meat-
Good
how's the
luck.
meat- How's the meat company going, Chris?
Well, we're still working on it, but yeah, we're working on it, and we've got Well, no today, but the funder's all over it. He likes it.
Oh, good.
And then we've got to work out how we're going to list it and whatnot. But
Yeah.
we're not going to sell it effectively. We're just going to put money into it. And we're doing a lot of this at the moment. So a lot of what I'm doing, which you guys haven't seen, is I'm doing a lot of these shareholder sale agreements whereby someone might buy 2/3 of the company. So at the moment, I'm on to about my 4th one this quarter. So I've done one for Gold Coast Holiday Services for 1.1 million. We've done one recently for a concrete business in Noosa for nearly 3 million. And I think we'll do the same thing with this sausage business via Lee for about 6 million.
Yeah.
So it's another way to make money rather than sell the asset. You just bring someone else in as an investor, and we get paid by raising the day, effectively.
And
Easy.
how come Sari's up for sale?
Sorry, they want to sell and get a bigger joint. If you've got a site in Noosa that's close to the water, it's big. They're fucking keen as mustard.
Okay, right here.
Think about that. They are definitely buyers as well as sellers, and they're looking for a bigger site, more waterfront based, and they're very, very fucking good operators. That joint in Mooloolaba meant 300 a year. Lee, if you want to sell that.
Why doesn't he? Yeah, but why doesn't he? Mate, would he be interested in that Marina Mirage gig that I was going to look at?
Well, they're on the Sunshine case, so
Okay.
the whole family's set up here. And the other reason they're selling is they're going back to Greece to cash in some other money. But yeah, they want to set up. They've done so well here. They want to set up a joint.
How's the food restaurant trading? I've got some buyers that are interested in restaurants at the moment.
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
Yeah, send it to me because
I'm still waiting on proper P&Ls and stuff, but from what I'm told, it's netting 300. But it's a very good inspection.
Yeah, I need P&Ls because there's this bird that's messaging me.
I know what you need, mate. You're talking about.
And that Alachati is fucking doing my head in.
Yeah. All right, Nicole. Thank you so much.
That's okay. So I've gotten another 3 that have just come in because I think they got confused and they're 11. Do you want me to just go through it again?
Well, if you could, that'd be gold.
Yeah.
Easy. All right. See you guys.
All right, see you
Thanks a
later.
lot.
Yeah, thanks, Nicole.
Bye.
See you. Okay. Peter, Shane, and Tony, I'm going to go through this again. Hello, how are we? Alrighty. Can you all see the screen at the moment? You might have to unmute yourself. Yep, we can see the screen. Just do a thumbs up if you can see the screen.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Yeah. Thank you, Chris Cameron, for the 10:30, 11 o'clock.
Oh, well, fuck, you know.
Yeah, sorry, I thought it was 11 o'clock.
Fucking easy in my life, Shane. I'm so busy trying to organise myself, let alone fucking organise you. You know. But this. I've just been through this, so we're back to where we started with this system. It's very efficient.
Yeah.
And any sort of new listing starts with this Trello board. So make sure you guys get a handle on it properly and use it correctly, and it becomes a very effective tool for communicating to Nicole to make sure the artwork's Mickey Mouse. It also makes the client reliable or responsible for a lot of the information. So, and you'll see that shortly. And that way, you know, really we shouldn't be going live with a lot of these listings until the client gives us what we need, because we're just scratching around and looking like dickheads because we don't have the right stuff. So this also helps dramatically with that. And then just lastly, just remember, in relation to this, we've still got to manage and do our own third-party website, which are CRE, any business for sale, and Ecom Properties, and probably shortly on-site manager. So we need to be across all that. And then the other thing is shortly we'll also be doing CRM training again, which we aren't using. Back to you, Nicole.
Okay. So I'll give you the invite for this. I know, Shane, you've already got it. I'll give you guys after this actual training the invite so that you can get access to this. If you've never been on the Trello before, you'll just need to create an account and all the instructions will be in there. If you've been on it, of course, it's just logging into the new one. So the very first thing, once you've created or logged in to the Trello board, is you'll need to come up here. If you can all see where my cursor is going, there's a little button up here with 3 dots on it. You need to click on that, and I'll just go back one. It comes up with the menu, and it comes, if you scroll down here, we've got a more button. You need to click on that and click on watch. If you see, if I click off a watch, it removes it from there. If I click on watch, it watches. The reason I asked you to do that is very first is so you can receive notifications within the board. You will be tagged in the board anytime somebody needs to message you, and it will notify you. It will also notify you. There is an app for Trello as well, so it'll notify you via the app, also via email within the hour of being tagged in something on the Trello board. So on the left-hand side here, we've got the how to use the board. Underneath that, you've got absolutely everything you need to be able to get around the board, to be able to submit a new property listing, to be able to make changes to an existing property listing that is live, and also to request a listing to be removed. What I've tried to do is cut down a lot of work for you guys, and I've done it all via form. So it's pretty much click and go from here. I've also put in here how to set up your email and email signature. As you can see here,
Mm-hmm.
this is more for you, Peter. I've got that all in here. If you do get stuck, however, you've still got
Peter.
from Wayne.
Hello, Chris.
Yeah.
So you've
Hurry up.
got that there. The very first one that I'm going to go through with you is the new property listing. I've created 2 different styles of forms for you. So you've got now one where you can send it to the client. So you all have your own individual URL link that you can copy and email to a client. And from that, I'll open it up for you so you can see it. Okay, as you can see here, this is for them to fill out. We're hoping that maybe this might cut down a bit of work for you guys. So they get to fill this out. You send the URL, they fill it out. It's got all the information in there that is needed. Chris has gone through this to give so that we get as much information. Also to upload their images or to put a video URL link in there. When they submit that form, when you send them yours, it will get sent back to you as an email. So you will get all of that information. You will then check over the information, and if it's right and it's fine, you'll then just forward that email directly to me and ask me to action it. So it takes
Very keen to use this form and get the client to try and,
This kind of
the
takes
onus
out
on
a
the
bit-
client.
Yeah.
And if the client's too much work, then you're gonna have to do it yourself. But it's a really good tool to gather most of the information that you need to sell, except for the profit and loss and private financial information.
Now, if you are in that situation, that's where this form. So this is the existing form that we had previously. So if I click on that, this is the one that you would fill in that you would fill in for me. When you hit the submit button on that down here, that will email it directly to me. So you've got 2 choices on how you actually go about submitting an actual property listing. Either one, you need to use them. There won't be emails sent to me. There'll be no creating a card. I've taken out a lot of different things for you. The other thing I did want to mention, you'll see that I've got the vendors details in here. This is for internal use only. This is so that I can create a contact card in the CRM for you. So it just takes out that other step of you having to create all of that information as well in the CRM. So does that all make sense?
It's fucking great.
Everyone? Okay.
You like that, Tony?
Yep. The next one is the existing property listing. So this is only for an existing listing that is actually live on the website. So if it's already live, you need to just go into here, or you've got it on the actual onboarding training manual as well in there. Just click on the link that I've got in there. Fill in the details. I've tried to cover absolutely anything that you would have to change. If you don't need to change it, you just type in there, no change, that's fine. If you've got new text, new investment highlights, or any new images for that matter, you can put them all in there. Any other information that you need to let me know, just pop it in there, submit it. That'll get sent through to me. I'll then action that. Once I've actioned that, what will happen with the new property listings or an existing listing being changed, I will create the card underneath your board. So that you know, a quick little overview, this is a workspace. So this whole thing that you're seeing is a workspace. You have a board within the workspace. So every one of you have a board, and these are cards. When you click on it, this is a card within your board. So for a brand new property listing or an existing listing that I've had to update, I will create the card. I will then put all the information. Now for a new property listing, I'm actually going to be putting, once approved, all the listing details. So anything that you've sent through on one of the forms is going to be in here. The reason I've done that is so that you can copy and paste it onto the third-party websites. I'm trying to keep it so it's in one spot and you're not having to go back to the form and fluff around and do all of that. If you do have a blurb about the property listing as well, that will go in here as well. So everything, absolutely everything will be up in the top section. Then we've just had a discussion about this. I'm sort of thinking I zip file the images. So these are all website ready images. So if you click on that, it's going to take you so that you can download the zip file, and then you've got the whole folder of images. The second option that we have on that is like I've done this one, whereas we go down, you have to open them up individually, right click and download them and save them. So whichever way is easier to do it, just do it that way. I will put both of them in there. The other thing that will be uploaded into the actual card will be the PDF. So the very first thing for a new property listing will be the PDF. I will then message you via the message section. So here you can see it says under activity, it says write a comment. You just simply click in there and you, so I will click in there, tag you like I've tagged Chris, and you just click the @ sign, Chris. If you need to message me back, it would be Nicole. Do that and then start typing. So within there, I will just let you know that the PDF is attached and ready to be approved. Once I've done that and I've clicked the save button, that's going to notify you. You go in, you can check the PDF, come back to me, just tag me, make sure you tag, otherwise I may not see it because sometimes it will not send a reminder to me. Tag me either if you need to make changes. This is where you're going to put the changes. So after you've tagged me to say it's either good to go, let's not do that. Either it's been approved, so it's approved, ready to go live, or you can literally start listing the changes that you need done to the PDF. Is that all making sense so far?
Yep.
Yep, perfect. Okay, so once you've done that, you just click on the save button and that'll send it to me, or I then do it. So what I've tried to do here is take out a lot of extra work that you guys need to do. So there's no creating a card, they're all done by me. All the information will be on the cards. All the images will be in the card for you to do everything on all the third-party websites that you need to do on that. And the same with an existing property listing. A card will be created like this one that I've done, which was one that you had some changes for a little while ago, Shane. I will upload it there. I will then tag you probably up here on an existing one, and it'll just let you know that it's been changed and the website's been changed, and also changed in the property booklet as well. So it just hopefully will keep that a lot cleaner, neater, and less work for you guys, basically. The other thing that I've actually set up is your own chat. So underneath each of your boards, you've got a message chat card. All you need to do, if you want to message, just say, Shane, you want to message Chris, you can actually go click on his message chat card, go @ Chris, and then start typing. Do keep in mind that this is completely public. So if it is something private, then do that by text message out of this, because everyone can see these. But it just makes it a little bit easier. If you're on the Trello board, you can just message within here and keep it all nice and clean and tidy. Totally up to you guys if you want to use that. There's also one over here, a team messaging. This is probably more for if you wanted to tag more than one person, you can do a team chat in here. So you can tag everyone and then let them know the details. As you can see, each of these actually has its own instructions. So if you forget something, because I know not everyone's going to be on here all the time, you can actually just reread the instructions so that it just gives you a bit of a refresher. Is that all making sense so far?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yep. And the next one is the OMG Google Drive folder. Now, while everything is in here and I'm trying to keep it in one place for you, if you need to find another property listing promo PDF, you can do so by here. So I've got all the property. So this is the Google Drive folder. This has got all the promo PDFs in it, old, new, you name it, they're all in there. As you can see them all there. So if you need to download one that you can't find on the Trello board, that's how you can get to it. I've then put the link in here, oops, sorry, for the OMG property booklet. So you'll always have that available to you, and the current stock list. Oops, to highlight over that, it'll show you. So I don't know if you guys use that as much as what Chris does and Shane, but it's there as well. So you can always preview it as well. So as you can see up here, you'll be able to just scroll, literally just scroll across, and you'll be able to find your board. So everyone's in here. Tony, you're right at the end. Sorry about that. And yeah, I think I've got everyone. Yep. Peter, yours is there. And of course, Chris, Shane, yours is up there. Now over on, that's pretty much everything. If you want, okay, so the key access, this is in the onboarding training manual as well, but it's also in here. Jump down. Back. I've also got all the information in here. So as it changes, or if anyone leaves, it'll all be in here so that you guys have got what third-party websites. I can change that to say third-party websites if that makes it easier and it makes it a bit more relevant. But this is all the information for you to be able to post into those third-party websites. Just makes that a little bit easier for you. And that's pretty much it. So has anyone got any questions? I think you can all just unmute yourselves.
Yeah, no, I don't have any questions. That's pretty similar to what we've always done. Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Trello.
Yeah. So the only thing that I've taken out of there is that you guys do not create cards. I do all the cards. Everything is submitted now via the actual forms that I've created. It just makes it easier for me because I've got so many projects on, I'm getting lost in emails. This just keeps it nice and neat and tidy for me. I'm getting it in one spot. All the information is already in there, and then I can action it and then go from there.
There's also the card there for social media. So some clients want to use social media, other clients don't. So if you want to, make a point of using social media, make sure you contact Kathy, who's our social media girl buy that card, and make sure you give her specific instructions about what social media you want, i.e. Instagram, LinkedIn, the company LinkedIn, your LinkedIn, Facebook, and so on.
And you can just tell her the property now from like moving forward, and all the information will be in the actual card for her as well.
Yeah.
So it'll make it easier.
Any questions?
No, I don't think so.
No?
Peter, do you understand it?
Yeah, I've used Trello before. So did you say Tony, did you? Or
No, I was more worried about Peter than you, Tony, because you're pretty sharp. Peter, are you? Peter's in the other room, by the way. All right. Any other questions for Nicole?
All good, Nicole.
Oh, good.
No, that's perfect. Thanks, Nicole.
Hey,
So-
Nicole,
Nicole, thanks so much.
I've just got
Make
one
sure
question.
you make a point of trying to get the client to fill out that information sheet about the listing, because that link will help you immensely if they can get all that information in one go from the client, including the images. And be mindful that we're pushing hard for high quality video content, and the photos need to be JPEG.
And
Listen to me.
I know. Oh my God.
Bruce,
You just find your board.
Unbelievable.
Just click on the property listing. It'll have your listing form in there. So that's pretty, if that makes sense. And it's pretty
Shortly, we'll be doing more training with third-party websites, especially CRE. So I'm trying to organise a Zoom meeting with the new client manager for commercial real estate. So that's I'm very keen to make sure you guys do that. And then the other thing we're doing as a group is we're going back to refreshing and starting the CRM training, because none of you are still using the CRM board. And in this Trello board, there are some tasks there that sort of trigger the CRM board, and it's important to be, again, using both these tools on your computer every day with managing your listings, and then being very active on your own and taking responsibility for those third-party websites. Any other questions?
Yeah, just a quick couple of questions. So once I have access to this, then would I go in and update? So I've got all the photos back from that Northside produce, which has got heaps of outdoor and aerial shots and all that sort of stuff, really high quality stuff.
Yeah.
So I'll submit that through here.
Yep. so
through
Yeah.
existing listing? Yep.
Just click on that and submit them through there. And if you need anything else changed, and then that will come straight through to me and I'll action it.
Have you had any? I suppose now we've got the images. You'll chase up domain residential and try and get that live.
Yes, I've got domain logins now, but I also I've also spoken to the guys over at realestate.com if you're interested as well, because they can put a resi up in that. I'll send it through. And the other thing is I'm not sure. So Nicole, is hello@2chicksdesign your email address, or?
It isn't. I'm so sorry. I put the wrong one in there. It's actually still Nicole at.
Okay.
Yeah, I accidentally put Kathy's in there, not mine.
Okay.
Yeah.
No problem at all.
But if you did send them to
just
hello,
adjust
I
that.
can get them from Kath, or just resend them to me.
Yep, done. All right.
Perfect.
I quite like your haircut, Shane.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah, it's very, you're looking classy there. Any other questions for Nicole before we let her go?
No.
Nicole, did you say you recorded it so I can go over it again?
Yes. Yeah,
Cool.
I've recorded this, so you'll get 2 versions of it. It's a long playback. Hey, it's all been
That's okay.
for everyone.
All
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'll send that out in an email in the next 5 to 10 minutes. It'll also have the URL link in it with the invite to be able to create your account for Trello. If you get stuck, just email me back and I can walk you through it.
Thank you.
That's perfect.
Thanks so much, Nicole. You did a great job of all of this.
Yeah,
Thanks,
Yeah,
guys.
very, very well done. Thanks so much.
yeah, good job, Nicole.
Any
Thank you.
other chat before we go? Are we right, you boys? Have you all met each other? Peter, have you met Shane and Tony?
Peter,
No, don't, but hello, guys. How are you?
very good. We'll see you in a
doing,
few
mate?
weeks.
Yeah, so Peter's in the Sunshine Coast business and in the office here. So he's next door, actually. So how you going, Peter?
Good, buddy.
So
You'll
there
shout
he
for
is.
lunch.
He's look at him. Get out there and sell some shit. Yeah, so we've got a lot of activity still. I don't know how everyone else is going, but we're super busy trying to make a dollar. It's a lot of work at the moment. The only positive thing for the business really is there's a lot more high quality listings we're seeing be gathering. So we picked up another big listing in Winton, which is going to be a great hotel listing. We've got some high quality restaurant listings on the coast. We've got a couple of big businesses on the Gold Coast we're about to list. Still need to do a lot more work in Brisbane, and there's still a lot more work to do on the Sunshine Coast. And hopefully we can get more of this training done, and then we can all have a beer before Christmas, if you're interested.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Sure.
Any other questions before we go?
I'm all good.
All right. See you guys.
See you,
Thanks,
mate.
guys.
See you, Chris.
Bye.
See you guys.
Thanks,
Good
Nicole.
meeting you. Bye.
Good luck.
All right. Thanks so much, Nicole.
That's okay.
Thanks again. Thanks, Nicole.
Give us a ring, Tony, once you're organised with that stuff.
Yeah, we'll do. Too
See
easy.
ya.
Thanks, Nicole. Cheers.
See you guys.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.